Today I'm going to give away a free t-shirt, reveal the books I bought this week, and somewhere on this episode are not one, but two mystery pop-up segments. Where will they be? It's a mystery. Shh. How y'all doing? I'm Victor, and you are watching a Comic Hero show. Now kick that intro. Oh, and watch mystery pop-up segment number 1. Hey everyone. As I'm doing this mystery pop-up segment, it's March 17th, and March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Now, St. Patrick's Day, or the Feast of St. Patrick, is a Christian and cultural holiday held on March 17th, which is a traditional death date of St. Patrick, the foremost patron saint of Ireland. Now, St. Patrick's Day is a Christian holiday, and it was originally celebrated in Ireland with Christian services and feasts to honor St. Patrick, who is believed to have brought Christianity to Ireland in the 5th century. Now, it's also a cultural celebration because as Irish immigrants brought the holiday to other countries, it evolved into a secular celebration of Irish culture with parades, festival, and the wearing of green attire or shamrocks. Now, as of late, there have been a lot of different other celebrations for St. Patrick's Day, including marathons, and in the city of Chicago, they even dyed the edge of Lake Michigan green. And I'm quite sure they're doing that right now. All right, now St. Patrick, believe it or not, was born in Britain and not Ireland near the end of the 4th century. And at the age of 16, he was kidnapped by Irish raiders and enslaved in Ireland for 6 years. He later escaped and returned to Ireland as a Christian missionary, founding schools, churches, and monasteries. He is believed to have died on March 17th around 460 AD. He was never formally canonized as a saint in the Catholic Church, but was proclaimed a saint by popular acclaim. So that just goes to show you that sometimes you can just be a saint by just doing good and doing the right thing, which is what St. Patrick obviously did. All right, this is a St. Patrick Comic Hero tee. If you would like one, you can find them on imthecomichero.com/shop for $20. All right, I went to Excalibur Comics yesterday for my weekly visit. And out of all the books that I found, I wanted to feature at least one in the mystery pop-up segment. So I found one, and judging by the action figures that you see on the desk, you can probably guess why. But I'm going to reveal that book right now, and here it is. That book is Green Lantern Corps number 2. Alright, with that book, that brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 13,518. Edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am the Comic Hero. This month is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Now, I'm going to touch base on that later on, but for right now, it's time to give away a free t-shirt. Alright, on last week's episode, I asked, Power Girl has all of Superman's weaknesses except what? Well, the correct answer is kryptonite. Now you're probably wondering, Vic, how in the world can Power Girl not be affected by kryptonite yet be Kryptonian? Well, here's the thing. Power Girl comes from a different Earth. She comes from Earth 2. On that Earth, one of her weaknesses is kryptonite, but if she's on another Earth, in this instance she's on Earth Prime, kryptonite has no effect on her. So therefore the answer is kryptonite. And 5 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, your name's been entered in the drawing for a free tee. And that drawing takes place right now. So the winner of the free tea for this week's episode of the show is... Eric Daniel Shelton from Homer, Louisiana. So congratulations, Eric Daniel. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tee. All right, here's the question for next week's episode. And because we're still in the month of March, and March being Women's History Month, this question has to do with a female comic book character. And this is a Squirrel Girl question. Now you're probably wondering, who's Squirrel Girl? All I have to say is look her up. You won't be disappointed. All right, here's the question. Which Fantastic Four villain did Squirrel Girl defeat in her first appearance in 1991? Is it A, Dr. Doom, B, Mole Man, or C, the Diablo? All right, here's some hints to help. The first hint is that this villain made his first appearance in the Fantastic Four number 5 and was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. The second hint, in the 2004 and 2007 Fantastic Four movies, or Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, this villain was played by Julian McMahon. And in the third and the final hint, this is a dead giveaway, especially if, this is pretty much a dead giveaway to just about anyone, because this made the news. And I'm not just talking about like the local news, this made the national news. This made the world news. Last summer at San Diego Comic-Con, it was revealed that Robert Downey Jr. will play this villain beginning in the movie Avengers Doomsday. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tea on next week's episode of the show. Hey everyone, now this month is also Blood Clot Awareness Month. Now a blood clot, also known as a thrombus, is a semi-solid mass formed in the blood vessels when platelets and clotting factors clump together. Blood clots typically form in response to an injury or trauma, such as a cut or surgery. The body's natural clotting process activates, leading to the formation of a clot that plugs the injured vessel and prevents further bleeding. There are 3 types of blood clots. The first is arterial thrombus, which forms in the artery and can block blood flow to vital organs such as the heart and the brain. Venous thrombus, which forms in the vein and can cause pain, swelling, or redness in the affected area. And then the third is pulmonary embolism, which occurs when a venous thrombus breaks off and travels to the lungs, blocking blood flow. Now, symptoms of blood clots vary depending on its location and size. Common symptoms include pain or tenderness in the affected area, swelling, redness, warmth, shortness of breath if the clot is in the lungs, chest pain if the clot is in the heart, and stroke-like symptoms if the clot is in the brain. Now, factors that increase the risk of blood clot formation include prolonged inactivity, such as sitting down or lying down for long periods of time, surgery or trauma, obesity, smoking, certain medications such as birth control pills or hormone replacement therapy, family history of blood clots, and deep vein thrombosis, also known as DVT. Now, I personally know some folks that have battled blood clots, and I've known some folks that have overcome blood clots, and I also know some folks that have died from complications of blood clots. Now, a blood clot isn't necessarily something you die from. You die from complications, because some blood clots can lead to heart attacks, and then some blood clots can lead to strokes. And it's such a sad situation, because a lot of folks don't think very much of blood clots, but they can be very, very serious. And if you're watching this and you have overcome blood clots, or you currently have a blood clot, or if you're a family member of someone that has died from complications of blood clots, I love y'all, and this mystery pop-up segment is for y'all. All right, this is a blood clot awareness comic hero tee. And if you would like one, you can find them on IamTheComicHero.com/shop for $17, and I will donate half of each purchase to the National Blood Clot Alliance. All right, now I have 17 books. I already featured one book in the mystery pop-up segment earlier, but I decided to split the other books in half, and I'm going to reveal the back half of the on the books I bought. You're going to see the first half in the comic books I bought this week's segment a little later on, but here we go. First up is Iron Man number 6. Phoenix number 9. Rogue Sun number 25. Space Ghost number 11. Star Trek number 30. West Coast Avengers number 5. X Factor number 8. And finally, X-Men number 13. All right, with those 8, that brings the total number of comics I bought since December of 1997 to 13,526. All right, with the length of both the mystery pop-up segments, the one you saw at the beginning of the show and the one you just saw, I'm not going to feature an e-question segment nor a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown segment. I'm going to save those for future episodes. In fact, I may end up doing 2 mystery pop-up segments on next week's episode. I haven't exactly decided yet, but stay tuned for those. So with all that being said, let's get to the comics I bought this week. Comic books I bought this week. All right, here we go. First up is Absolute Superman number 5. Action Comics number 1084. All New Venom number 4. The Amazing Spider-Man number 69. Aquaman number 3. Batman and Robin number 19. Black Lightning number 5. And finally, Daredevil number 12. All right, that's 8, which brings the total number of comics that I bought since December of 1997 to 13,534. All right, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this week's episode, and here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. Which Fantastic Four villain did Squirrel Girl defeat in her first appearance in 1991? Was it A, Dr. Doom, B, Mole Man, or C, the Diablo. Now here's some hints to help. The first hint is that this villain made his first appearance in the Fantastic Four number 5 in 1962 and was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. The second hint, Julian McMahon played this villain in Fantastic Four from 2004 and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer in 2007. And then a third and final hint, it was revealed last summer at San Diego Comic-Con that Robert Downey Jr. would start playing this villain beginning with the movie Avengers Doomsday. Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tea on next week's episode of the show, and congratulations to Eric Daniel Shelton who won a free tea on this episode. Alright, now this month is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, also known as colon cancer. Now colorectal cancer is a type of cancer that begins in the colon, or the large intestine. The colon is the final part of the digestive tract. Colon cancer typically affects older adults, though it can happen at any age. It usually begins as small non-cancerous or benign clumps of cells called polyps that form on the inside of the colon. Over time, some of these polyps can become full-blown colon cancers. Now, signs and symptoms of colon cancer include a persistent change in your bowel habits, including diarrhea or constipation, or a change in the consistency of your stool, rectal bleeding or blood in your stool, persistent abdominal discomfort such as cramps, gas, or pain, a feeling that your bowel doesn't empty completely, weakness or fatigue, or unexplained weight loss. Now, here in America, this cancer is common among both men and women, with 200,000 cases per year. And I know some folks that have beaten colon cancer. I know some folks who are currently battling colon cancer. And I know the families of some folks that have lost their life to colon cancer. And I also know some folks that have lost their lives to colon cancer personally. And if y'all are watching this, I love y'all, and this episode is for y'all. All right, this is a colon cancer awareness comic hero tee. And if you would like one, you can find them on IamTheComicHero.com/shop for $17, and I will donate half of each purchase to the Colon Cancer Association. All right, here's the road ahead for the show. On next week's episode, the final episode of March, I'm going to raise awareness of cerebral palsy. And I'm also going to feature in 2 mystery pop-up segments. In the first one, I'm going to raise awareness of brain injuries. And on the second one, I'm going to raise awareness of kidney cancer. And then on episode 519, to kick off the month of April, I'm going to raise awareness of testicular cancer. Then on episode 520, I'm going to raise awareness of autism. And then on episode 521, I'm going to raise awareness of oral cancer. Now, I have some news regarding GeekCon, which is August the 22nd through the 24th at the Shreveport Convention Center in Shreveport, Louisiana. So far, 5 cast members from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie from 1990 are coming. And they're Brian Tochi, who played Leonardo, Ernie Reyes Jr., who played Donatello, and he also played the teenage character named Kino in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. And then Ken Scott, who played Raphael, Robbie Rist, who played Michelangelo, and Francois Chow, who played Shredder. You know, honestly, if they're gonna invite these people, they might as well go ahead and invite Judith Howe, who played April O'Neil in the first movie. If not her, then Paige Turco, who played her in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Secret of the Ooze in 1991, and then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Turtles Are Back in Time in 1993. I mean, just saying. I mean, they might as well. But we're looking forward to that. And also, Brent Ewan, who's famous for playing the voice of Mickey Mouse, is going to be a guest. And then John Wesley Shipp, who is my second favorite Flash behind Grant Gustin, who played the Flash on the 1990 TV series on CBS, is going to be there. And he's also played he's also played Dr. Henry Iron on the recent Flash series, and also the Jay Garrick Flash from Earth 2. And then he even reprised his role as the Flash from 1990 in the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover. I mean, I met him back in 2018. Nice guy. I mean, and I even have an autograph. He even autographed a copy of the Flash that I have here on the wall. But nice guy. And then Alan Ruck, who starred in movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Star Trek Generations, will be there. And then Theo Rossi from the TV show Sons of Anarchy will be there. Then Ethan Supple, who starred in movies like Mallrats, Remember the Titans, and then played Randy on the TV show My Name is Earl, will be there. And then Kat Cressida, who is a well-known voiceover in different animated series and video games, will be there as well. I mean, I tell you, this is the 10th annual GeekCon, and I can't wait. I'm actually going to go. And who knows? I may even be a vendor there again. But really looking forward to it. And then also meet me at the 5th annual Sinlock Collector Con. It's on Saturday, May 31st at the Earl J. Barbary Senior Convention Center in Marksville. I'm going to be a guest and vendor there. And then meet me at the 2nd annual Louisiana Delta Comic Con on Saturday, November 8th at the West Monroe Convention Center in West Monroe, Louisiana. I'm going to be a guest there and really enjoy myself at these 3 cons. I mean, these are only 3 or 4 cons that I've gone to, and they've all been here in Louisiana. Now who knows? I may end up going to a con outside Louisiana. I mean, honestly, I kind of want to be a guest or a vendor. Any takers? All right, if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, welcome. And as soon as you're done, hit subscribe. If you're watching this on the Comic Book Lovers Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. And if you're watching this on the Louisiana Delta Content Creators Facebook page, welcome. And as soon as you're done, go on YouTube and hit subscribe. All right, I'm Victor Nunley. I'm the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 518. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and check your colon.
You